New statistics released by the CDC indicate that the murder rate increased last year, 2020, by 30%, the largest increase ever recorded in modern history. Hi, I'm Scoot. Welcome to the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. So tonight we have something kind of serious to talk about, the murder rate. And it seems like this is directly related to the pandemic. So what's the connection here? Well, let's try to figure this out. I want to welcome those of you who are new subscribers to the YouTube channel. And I want to invite all of you to be a subscriber. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free. And we give you a personal notice every time we post something. All right, so the murder rate goes up 30% from 2019 to 2020. This coincides with the pandemic. So what's the connection? Well, let's kind of figure this out. It seems like people were just so frustrated from being locked down at home. People were not working. Many people lost their jobs. Many people lost all income. So it was a time of great disruption. But is that an excuse for the murder rate going up? Well, of course not. We're to be held accountable for our actions. But I tell you what the pandemic coincides with. And it's something I've been talking about for a while. And that is this general sense of lawlessness in America. And don't say, oh, that's their problem. Oh, it's those people doing that. Have you seen some of the bullshit that has happened? Some of the verbal violence and physical violence has happened at damn school board meetings over mask mandates? It's like, what the hell? People are acting out. And I get the frustration, but this seems like it's kind of filtered really throughout our society. And the pandemic may be the reason, but that's not blamed. It's not the fault of the pandemic. And then here today in America, another shooting in a high school. And there's so many shootings at high schools. It's like, oh, by the way, shooting in a high school, where do you want to go for dinner tonight? Honestly, it's not as big a deal as it used to be. This is the new normal because of a thug instant gratification mentality. So an 18-year-old at Arlington, Texas high school gets into a fight in class. In class. What does he do? He pulls out his gun. Wait a minute. What the fuck are you doing with a gun in class? This is the new normal. And there's nothing on the horizon. There's nothing in the works that's going to change that. But we have to continue to be vigilant. And you and I have to continue to be smart and be safe, but realize that this is just, part of life today. Also, there's a shooting in the middle of the day right here in New Orleans. I do this YouTube channel from my apartment in New Orleans. A shooting in the middle of the day while I was doing the radio show this afternoon. 4 people shot. 1 has died. 4 people jump out of a pickup truck and start firing on these people who are working in the street. Ages 19 to, I think, 25. That was the ages of the victims. Generally a peaceful neighborhood. And there were, I think, at least 25 shots fired. Right? It's bam, 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 bam. Bam, bam, bam. And then a pause. So somebody was like thinking or aiming. Bam, bam, bam. More shots. In the Warehouse District, a very prominent business and residential area in downtown New Orleans, a shooting last night at 11:30. And there was an armed carjacking that took place in another peaceful neighborhood in New Orleans, Lakeview. Nice, upscale, prominent neighborhood. And this young female is sitting in her car. And two men, hoods, what look like semi-automatic weapons, tell her to get out of the car. They steal the car. The car ends up in another area of New Orleans. And it didn't end up in a chop shop. They didn't sell it. They used it. Now, did they use it to commit another crime? Perhaps. Or they are part of this mentality of trying to terrorize America. And I think there are people in America who feel invisible. They feel like they're not worth a shit. They feel like they have no future. There's no hope. But they get a sense of power by committing crimes in certain neighborhoods for the purpose of terrorizing people in the neighborhood. A guy stopped me in the grocery store the other day. I mean, I live in West End in New Orleans now. And it's not far from Lakeview. I mean, this is basically the Lakeview neighborhood. And I run into a guy at the store. He says, "Hey, listen to the show all the time. Hope you enjoy living out here at West End." But, he said, my wife was carjacked the other day. She's standing right there, but she's carjacked the other day at gunpoint in Lakeview. My landlord was telling me that his wife is freaking out because there were 2 carjackings in Lakeview. Why is Lakeview such a target? I can't answer that, but for car break-ins and for carjackings, Lakeview has become a hot target. It's an upscale, predominantly white neighborhood. So you explain it to me. And if you comment here or send me a message and comment on the videos that I do here, I comment on your comments. If I don't get to it right away, I try to get to them as soon as I can. But, again, I think we just have to look at this sense of lawlessness in America that is everywhere. It's everywhere. Even among people who are not considered to be part of the thug mentality of America. And again, I go back to the damn school board meetings. And now there's an anti-vax group going to schools and trying to scare the shit out of kids when it comes to getting the vaccine. I mean, there is a sense of lawlessness growing everywhere. And somebody better show up to be like the cop that stops all this. I don't know. The argument can be made. Is the Biden administration giving the impression of being so lenient that it's inviting this to happen? I don't know, but I mean, I guess that's a possibility. All I know is there's this strain of lawlessness running through America. And I don't see that there's anything on the horizon that's going to stop it. So beware. Right now, it's the new normal. But I think it's important that honest people speak out about the problem. And hopefully it resonates ultimately with the politicians and the people who can make a difference. I'm Scoot. Thank you for joining me on the Scoot on the Air YouTube channel. And again, I hope you're a subscriber. You can go back and look at some of the videos that I've done and give you an idea of what we do here. And this will grow. In fact, we're trying to figure out now how to take this on the road. To like go do this in like bars or clubs or public settings. So we'll get to that soon. Join me on my radio show, WWL 870 AM, 105.3 FM. That's in the New Orleans area and throughout the Gulf South. Or you can download the app Odyssey, AUDACY. Type in WWL. I'm on the air 1 to 4, Monday through Friday. That's 1 to 4 Central Time. And tomorrow I'll give you another chance to win some tickets to see James Taylor and Jackson Browne in concert at the Smoothie King Center here in New Orleans. Saturday night, October the 16th. And look, I got to be honest with you. Look, I'm excited about seeing James Taylor, but personally, I'm even more excited about seeing Jackson Browne, and he's going to open up for James Taylor. So it should be a great show. Listen for the James Taylor Song of the Day, and then go to our website, wwl.com/contests, and you'll need the title of the song of the day, which I'll give you when we play it. You'll need that to register to win. So thanks for being with me.